ain't gonna be the same. The incredible album, what an incredible album. I grip the mic and talk to other people like I'm Malcolm.
So I listened to this new Logic record, College Park. I'm just gonna skip the formalities. I don't like this album, and I must say before this review continues, I have to say and get this off my chest that nobody wanted to see this album succeed more than me. I grew up in the College Park area. I grew up in Prince George's County. A lot of the streets and areas that Logic mentions on this album are places I'm very familiar with. The track list itself is based on the Green Line Metro train that I still use to this day. Like, I'm trying to get the point across, I used to work in College Park, this is like home for me. So I really wanted to see this album do really good, and I wanted to love this album. I really did. Because there's nothing I love to see more than Marilyn succeeding. And I know by the way I'm wording it may seem like this album is unanimously terrible or unanimously agreed among the masses and the fans that this album was bad. But from what I'm hearing, I'm simply part of the minority. To many of the Logic fans, this album was yet another continuation of his great run of albums that started in the 2020s. And you know what? For them, I'm happy for them. I'm glad people enjoyed. A win is a win, but I just can't personally say I enjoyed this album very much. There really are a lot of things wrong with this record that I personally am not a fan of, and they all really center around the man himself. Logic makes it a point to state multiple times along this record that he doesn't care. He doesn't care what people thinks, and that he's just gonna be happy and rap about whatever he wants to rap about, and he's just happy. He's a happy boy. Now, these aren't inherently bad things to rap or talk about, but I really want you to take these few premises that I gave you, and I want you to slap them on every song in the album. The subject matter falls into three very narrow categories, being Logic being happy, Logic talking about his family, and Logic not caring. Those three categories, and it's very repetitive. And I must emphasize that last one right there, Logic not caring. Logic raps about how he doesn't care, and he's gonna rap about whatever he wants to rap about because he's happy and he can do whatever he wants. Which is true, he can do whatever the hell he wants. But I want everyone to know that he raps about wanting to rap about whatever he wants, than actually rapping about the things he says he wants to rap about, and it's ridiculous. On Clone Wars, Logic claims to be a anime-loving, video game playing little nerdy boy. But you will struggle to find bars and lyrics about these things, for they are all buried by the number of happy, family, and not caring, even though it's just ridiculous. Along with self-love and mental health, all of these have been topic and subjects in Logic's music for years, so why do I find myself just now complaining? Along with being just oversaturated topics that we've heard from the man for many years, I think it just comes down to it not being executed well at all. I hate to say it, but the songs just suck. Terrible hooks shown on songs like Wake Up and Shimmy. Wake Up in specifically being super repetitive, unoriginal, and lazy. Awkward sounding flows like on the song Shimmy and the song that I'm just gonna call Coordinates. All of that along with corny bars, which are absolutely expected from a Logic album, but not to this degree. So I've caught Logic trying to explain the bars. Why? Logic, you are not conceited. You do not need to slow it down. Most days I'm feeling derealized. That's a medical term for feeling out of your body. Per Sci 8, that's a Futurama rhyme. Logic, let the people who get it. You don't need to do all that. Also, I 100% need to point out my flow non-binary. That means it never miss. That was the opening bar off of Red Pill 7. Nice. I 100% need to bring up the song Shimmy yet again. An annoying hook that raps in this lame-ass monotone flow, and this man has the audacity to say, why I gotta rap like this to get y'all to pay attention, in the most lazy and simple flow I've ever heard. Which I genuinely can't tell if Logic believes that this is what his fans want to hear, or this is a jab going at newer artists and making fun of the sound. Which I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case, considering Logic is still bashing newer gen rappers. On the song Incipio, it seems like Logic is rapping from a young new rapper's perspective, one who only cares about money and jewelry and doesn't care about rhyming or the music, only for Logic to break through and say that isn't the way to think about this rap shit. He proceeds and says rap should have never let these artists in, and that he raps for the love of hip-hop and not for money, fame, or jewelry. Ugh. Logic. It is very hard for me to take you seriously. The audacity to say that these newer rappers don't care about rhyming when... I'm going to remind everyone of a bar Logic has said himself not too long ago on one of his recent albums. Fun fact, the lyric for the I don't give a damn about lyrics doesn't show up. So I don't know if that was intentional or a genuine mistake. It's hard to tell. But when you search up the lyric on Genius, you click the little connotation on the fucking bar. Apparently Six went on an interview, producer Six, went on an interview and said people were reading in too much on the line and saying it's just a feel-good song. It's not really the point to have a message. And to that I respond, I think that makes him even more hypocritical, because how are you going to judge people that just be making these songs just to make songs, having fun on the songs, when you did it yourself and you said music can have no message like you did in this fucking shitty ass song? So I think that just makes him more hypocritical. I don't think that's fair to say when you yourself on one of your records said you didn't give a damn about lyrics. Come on. Now, I do feel like I'm nitpicking a little bit, but I'm really trying to get the point across that these songs really ain't it. I was excited, man. I thought this album was going to be his breakthrough, his Back in the Basement album, his return to that really hungry kid that just really wanted to make it. And I feel like we really don't get that here until we get to the skits, which are actually the most entertaining parts of the album. I do wish that they weren't at the end of songs and they just got like their own little song, like skit 1, skit 2, but I also realized that that would also flood up the track list, but it also floods up the ends of some of these songs in which the skits are in, because some of them are long as hell. They were the most entertaining parts, and they got genuine giggles out of me, and Big Lembo talking about the fat guy fantasy is relatable. If the song isn't bad, then it's usually just outright forgettable. However, in this track list, there do lie some songs that I do enjoy. The best by far being Gaithersburg Freestyle, without a doubt. Which to me sounds like a young, successful, braggadocious Logic who's talking his shit because he got a little bit of movement in the rap game. That's what it sounds like to me. It also sounds like Backseat Freestyle by Kendrick, I'm not gonna lie. But this song was dope with great performances all around. Logic, Castro, and Big Lembo all killed it. But without a doubt, the best performance had to go to DC legend Fat Trail. Never in my life did I think these two would hop on a track together, but the song came out dope. The intro song, Cruising Through the Universe, I thought was cool. I thought it was very atmospheric, and I thought it was a great way to start the album. And the RZA verse was just great. A lot of the other songs I like on the album tend to have alright Logic performances, but outstanding features. The song Playwright is absolutely taken by Andy Hull, who I'm not familiar with, but definitely elevates the song to a new level. And of course, how could I not mention the Seth MacFarlane feature on Self-Medication? That verse right now is really taking waves on the internet right now. Like, his vocals are just amazing. Like, it's very easy to forget that the man can sing when you can't get over the fact that all you see is Brian Griffin or Peter Griffin, you know? It's hard to get lost in that illusion. Other than that, I can't say I like much else on the album. Like I said, my opinion seems to be in the minority of people and fans alike, but if you enjoyed this album, then I'm glad you got a great Logic record for you. But however, my personal thoughts and overall opinion on the album is, it wasn't that good. I'm gonna have to give this album a rusty spoon out of 10. But as always, it's just my opinion. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you drop a like on the video. If you want to see more content from me, consider subscribing and ringing the bell. You don't miss a single drop, because I'm going to be dropping a lot very, very soon. And 100% definitely leave a comment and let me know your opinion on this new Logic record. I love to discuss, and I'd love to hear what your opinions are on this record. Whether you liked it or you hated it, I would love to chit chat. But until next time, my name has been Emilio, and I will see you at the next one.